In preparation for the new LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight video game, I will be Batman made his debut to the world in Detective Comics number 27 on March 30th, 1939. Created by Bill Finger, who did the writing, and Bob Kane, who was responsible for the art. Kane and Finger pulled inspiration from various Pulp Fiction characters like Sherlock Holmes, the Green Hornet, and the Shadow. Due to his popularity, Batman received a spin-off book dubbed Batman in 1940. Though originally a dark vigilante that often killed or maimed criminals, he received a moral code prohibiting killing and was more of a just and tempered superhero. Batman didn't have any super abilities like Superman. He instead had to rely on his intellect, martial prowess, and wealth. In Detective Comics 27, a poor fellow called Lambert has been stabbed to death. He had been in business with Paul Rogers, Stephen Crane, and Alfred Stryker. Lambert's son's fingerprints were all over the knife, and socialite Bruce Wayne and his friend, Police Commissioner Gordon, investigate the murder. The son insists his prints got on the knife when he pulled it out of his father's neck. Stephen Crane informs them that Lambert had received a death threat, and he has also gotten one today. Bruce tells Gordon he is going home, and Crane is killed by a gunshot and found by the police. The murderer and his accomplice meet, and they look at a contract that was stolen. The Batman shows up and beats the villains and sees the contract. Paul Rogers goes to Alfred Stryker's house after hearing about the murders of his partners. Stryker and his assistant force Rogers into a gas chamber to kill him. The Batman arrives, defeats the murderer, Stryker, and his assistant. Batman also saves Rogers. Stryker reveals that he killed Lambert and Crane's murderer. He attacks Rogers again, but Batman subdues him, and then Batman reveals that Stryker killed the others to take over Apex Chemical Corporation. Stryker had hired the murderers to kill his business partners and then steal secret contracts he had signed. In a scuffle with Batman, Stryker is knocked into an acid tank where he dies. Batman then quips a fitting end for his kind and leaves out a skylight. The following day, Gordon tells Wayne about Batman's caper, but Wayne already knows about that as he is Batman. Clayface was introduced in Detective Comics issue 40 by Bill Finger and Bob Kane in June 1940. On the set of a new film titled Dread Castle, Julie Madison has to endure a terrible thing. One of her colleagues and her boyfriend have both been murdered on the set of Dread Castle. As Batman investigates, he finds a victim just before he dies. He tells the Caped Crusader that his killer was Clayface. Batman and Robin continue to investigate, and at the film set, they stop some gangsters, but they have nothing to do with the film murderers. Robin is attacked by Clayface. Batman manages to save the boy Wonder, but Clayface uses that to flee. The next day, Julie is being filmed, and that's when Clayface tries to kill the actress, but the dynamic duo intervene. Batman unmasks Clayface, revealing makeup artist and ex-actor Basil Carlo, who wanted to kill the actors, who were remaking his classic film, The Terror. In Batman issue 442, Tim Drake and Alfred are desperate to help Batman and Nightwing, who have gone missing while chasing Two-Face. So Tim dons the Robin costume and helps the former dynamic duo. As they go to where Batman and Nightwing are, Tim says that he had never wanted the Robin costume, but since Dick Grayson won't wear it, he will. Two-Face is unsure to kill Batman, and so he flips his coin and he will detonate his explosives at 2 a.m. And that's when Tim arrives, warning the former district attorney if he has killed Batman or Nightwing that he'll pay. But Two-Face wastes little time in beating the inexperienced Drake. Alfred steps in, allowing Tim to deliver a knockout punch. Then they go looking for Batman and Nightwing. The two are pinned beneath crossbeams which Tim can't move without clearing the rubble. After some elbow grease, he frees the trapped heroes, but Batman angrily removes Tim's mask and states that Robin is no more. To further make matters worse for Batman, Tim knows his secret identity. Even with the support of Alfred, Batman doesn't want to risk another boy in the Robin suit after one had died. Tim explains that Robin has become a symbol like Batman, but Batman is more interested in hunting down Two-Face, which Tim helps with as he had put a tracker on Two-Face. They find Two-Face at a junkyard where Tim is immediately imperiled, but he uses his wits to escape. The trio defeat Two-Face and they discuss the future of Robin at Wayne Manor. Tim is given a chance at the Robin suit, even though Bruce disapproves. It is revealed that it was the Joker who was controlling Two-Face from his hospital bed, still recovering from his last encounter with the Dark Knight. Mr. Freeze didn't begin as Mr. Freeze. He was Mr. Zero, who was a new villain in Gotham City, and he began pulling incredible crimes with his gang and ice gun. The dynamic duo try to stop a diamond robbery, but Mr. Zero freezes their skates. In his lair, he tells a new recruit about the accident that befell him. He was covered in a cold gas solution used in his ice gun, and this caused him to be unable to breathe room temperature air, and thus he had to live in an artificial cold environment, whether in his lair or in his suit. Mr. Zero stops Batman and Robin again, and the frozen felon makes off with more diamonds. He takes the heroes prisoner, freezing them in giant cakes of ice. Batman frees himself and Robin and punches Zero before he can use his ice gun. Zero is normalized in a steam bath, and he is then taken to prison.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. He's too much.
the Batmobile, which made its debut in Detective Comics 27 alongside Batman. The name came 21 issues later in Detective Comics 48. The first time we see the Batmobile, it was a red car. Three issues later, in Detective Comics 30, it became a specially built, high-powered car, and in Batman number 5, it was adorned with a bat hood ornament and given a darker color scheme. They settled on a large, dark-colored body and bat-esque accessories like large tail fins resembling bat wings. And then in the Silver Age, the 60s Batmobile was similar to the one seen in the 60s Batman TV series, as it was popular. Then, in the Bronze Age, the Batmobile became darker and grittier. Nightwing. At Titan's Tower, Dick is incredulous as Adeline Kane accused Tara of colluding with their most dangerous foe, Deathstroke. Adeline was Slade Wilson's ex-wife, and she tells Robin Deathstroke's life story. After the tale, Adeline and Dick rescue the Titans, but instead of Robin, Dick dons a new costume and a new title. He becomes Nightwing. They then fly off in the T-Jet, hot on the trail of Deathstroke and Tara. Nightwing and newly dubbed hero Jericho arrive at the Hive base in the Rocky Mountains. There they find the Titans have been strapped to a machine siphoning their life essence. Nightwing and Jericho fight thugs but are captured. Jericho takes on the form of Deathstroke and frees himself and the other Titans, and then they begin to battle the Hive thugs. Tara loses it, and Changeling refuses to believe she has gone bad. This proves false when she tells him that she has been conspiring with Deathstroke since the beginning. Many of the Titans attempt to stop Tara, but she is out of control and causes a collapse of Earth, killing herself. The Titans then hold a funeral for Tara, and Jericho joins the team. Batgirl. Though Barbara Gordon was not the first to don the costume and moniker of Batgirl, that was Betty Kane, Barbara is the more famous person to wear it, and she made her debut in Detective Comics 359 in November 1966. Barbara Gordon, daughter of Commissioner Gordon, goes to a charity ball in a new costume in the style of Batman, and she calls herself Batgirl. Killer Moth and his Mothmen are attacking Bruce Wayne, and Batgirl stops this, giving Bruce time to don his cape and cowl. They then continue fighting. Killer Moth, who uses his silk gun to web Batgirl so he can escape, and the heroes, after freeing Batgirl, introduce each other. The next day, Killer Moth blackmails Bruce Wayne for $100,000 or he will kill him. Wayne and Grayson set a trap for Killer Moth. Barbara goes to Wayne Manor to sell Bruce a rare book, but spoils the trap for Killer Moth. But she does manage to place a tracker on the Mothmobile, which the heroes can follow to the Moth Mansion. Batman and Robin are affected by a gravity well in the Moth Mansion, and Batgirl disables it. Batgirl then finds the hidden closet where Killer Moth is hiding, and the dynamic duo knock him out and they take him to prison. That's when Batgirl says goodbye, and the heroic team wonder if they'll ever see Batgirl again. Poison Ivy, first appearing in Batman number 181 on June 1966. At a pop art show featuring portraits of female criminals like Dragonfly, Silken Spider, and Tiger Moth, Poison Ivy arrives to challenge the title of number one female villain and then leaves. Bruce is affected by Ivy's charm, and Dick is worried that Bruce may have fallen in love with the femme fatale. Dragonfly, Silken Spider, and Tiger Moth meet Poison Ivy to find out, once and for all, who is the best female criminal. Their henchmen distract the dynamic duo, and Poison Ivy beats the other three villainous ladies, and is only stopped by Batman and Robin as they arrest her. Two-Face, making his debut in Detective Comics 66, which was released June 1942. At the courthouse in Gotham City, the district attorney, Harvey Dent, although at this time his name was Harvey Kent, but it was changed for obvious reasons as it was similar to the name of the Kents from Superman. I will be referring to him as Dent for the rest of the video. Dent is prosecuting a crime boss called Maroni, and the witness is Batman. The evidence against Maroni is overwhelming, and so he throws sulfuric acid at Dent's face. He is rushed to a doctor, and he has to wear bandages for a week. Once they come off, Dent is left with a hideous, scarred left side of his face. Dent's life begins to decline, as he only hopes his fiancée will understand, but she is revolted at the sight of him, and this is the final blow to the DA's crumbling sanity. He destroys some of Gilda's art, then at his own house, he destroys all the mirrors. He scars one side of a coin and will flip it. If it lands on the non-scarred side, he'll wait for a plastic surgeon and go back to his normal life. But if it lands on the scarred side, he will take up a life of crime. He flips it, and it lands on the scarred side, and thus Two-Face is born. Two-Face gets a hideout and a gang and commits crime, and even a little bit of good, as he helps the needy, depending on the flip of the coin. During a job to rob people on a double-decker bus, Two-Face and his gang run into Batman and Robin. The bus driver is shot and the dynamic duo save the bus, but Two-Face and his gang get away. Back at the hideout, Two-Face kills one of his thugs and begins planning the next job, which is to rob a double-feature movie theater. Two-Face involves the number 2 in all of his schemes, and it's not that difficult for Batman to deduce where the next thing is happening. At the theater, the criminals ask the moviegoers for all their valuables, but Batman and Robin stop this and fight Two-Face and his gang. Two-Face flees as he is wary of arrest, but his getaway car's tires are shot, and so he flees on foot to his hideout. Batman follows and tries to convince Dent to give up his life of crime and return back to the side of the law. Two-Face flips his coin, but it lands on its edge, and due to his rules, he can't flip it again. And that's where the story ends. Riddler, first appearing in August 1948 in issue 140 of Detective Comics, Edward Nygma began his life of crime at an early age. When he was a boy in school, he cheated in a jigsaw puzzle contest. This is when he began his love of puzzles. He became a puzzle expert, but would always cheat to seem the smarter of his peers. He found that he could baffle the police, and he even wanted to go toe-to-toe with Batman, and so he donned his green costume and dubbed himself the Riddler. His first criminal puzzle was to have a crossword puzzle, and the answer was Basin Street Banquet, but the Riddler was crafty and Banquet was really Bank Wet, as he had flooded a bank. Next was a giant jigsaw puzzle sent to the police. The pieces were so large they required trucks to move. Batman solved the puzzle. And he figured the Riddler would rob the Eagle's Nest. So the dynamic duo rushed to the Eyrie, a nightclub, but this was a misdirection, although Batman was able to figure out the Riddler's real target, a millionaire named Harrison Eagle. Eagle was trapped in a metal puzzle that would kill him unless Batman solves it. Batman saves Eagle, but Riddler gets away. His next riddle was a large corn statue with "Why is corn hard to escape from?" written on it. The corn statue is placed on a truck, and Batman barely stops it from killing anybody. the Pleasure Pier amusement park, the Riddler is finally stopped, but he falls in the river, leaving only a question mark off his costume. Robin believes he is dead, but Batman isn't sure. Alright, that is the first of these LEGO Batman videos. I hope you enjoyed the background information on Batman and some of his villains in this video. Let me know if you want this to continue. If you have any tips or tricks or anything else that you would like to see in these videos, feel free to share in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And until next time, thanks for watching.